So cleared na si Juan Ponce Enrile, the Juan Ponce Enrile of all cases involving the pork barrel scam. Okay? What do you think of this? Kasi itong pagpo-prosecute sa mga sangkot dun sa pork barrel scam happened during your administration when both of you were serving the Aquino administration. Diba? Marami, ang taas expectation dito, marami na iskandalo. Grabe, pork barrel scam. So, pinagkakasuhan. Pero it turns out, dun sa mga top honcho supposedly na sangkot dito, nakalusot.
Janet Napoles, alam natin sa siya yung nag-start ng scam na to. In fact, Janet Napoles decided to surrender to me. Kasi nag-usap kami ng abogado niya that time, si Lorna Kapunan, boss ko dati sa Rocco Bunyag, and so we discussed and she decided to surrender. Doon sa stage of surrender and all the subsequent facts, klaro kami na malakas ang kaso namin doon eh. In fact, when Laila de Lima investigated the whole thing, meron siyang whistleblower, si Louis. So,
Ben-Hur.
Si Ben-Hur Louis, no? So we knew that the facts were so. We had a whistleblower, we had all the evidence, and your paper at that time, Christian, Inquirer, really did a big story on the Napoles fan scam. Went to see Ombudsman Chit Carpio Morales. She reviewed it and decided to pursue a case by filing cases in court. So we had si Barry said si Pogi Tanda and the other one.
Sexy.
The other case that was not filed by Chit Carpio Morales was a case of si Joel Villanueva. Hindi sumama yun. But she made a decision there which was eventually dismissed by the subsequent ombudsman. But anyway, we filed the case before the Sandigan Ombudsman. Ombudsman filed the case before the Sandigan Bayan. And ang lakas talaga ng kasong yun. Objectively, the cases were very strong. That's why sinampa yung kaso, pinasa ni Laila kay Chit Carpio Morales and natuloy. Hope and confident that we will be able to win those cases. Personalities aside, we were very, very confident. So, but there was a change of administration, and unfortunately, we were surprised, kind of surprised that eventually, one by one, the strong cases collapsed. And since we're not there, we would have to rely on the wisdom of the justices. Pero sa akin, parang hindi, it all boiled down na parang as a lawyer, hindi umabot dun sa guilt beyond reasonable doubt. So, it's a common thing, by the way. All of those cases were dismissed at one point in time. The last one being one of Senator Juan Ponce Enrile.
How frustrating is this? Kasi ang taas sa expectation dito. Merong masasampulan dito. Para at least siguro iba hindi na umulit. Pero nakalusot. At least yung biggest names, diba? Nakalusot eh.
I had a meeting with the former Ombudsman Chit Carpio Morales several weeks ago. And I was nagbabalik na ako kami, and she was very, very confident with the cases that we filed. So mas prangka si Chit Carpio Morales magsalita, but I won't repeat it. But talagang she's also disappointed of the cases that suffered. Kasi si Ombudsman Chit matapang talaga yan, and hindi yan magsasampa ng kaso na hindi pinag-aralan ng husto.
Una, I share yung disappointment. Although, hindi na rin naman nakakagulat eh. Na-acquit na si Bong Revilla several years ago eh. Nauna na yun eh. And then, na-acquit si Jinggoy more recently. Diba? Although I think meron pa yatang pending si Senator Jinggoy Estrada. So, hindi na rin ganun ka-surprising. Pero, yun nga, definitely, disappointing. And from yung broader perspective ng expectation ng mga tao na magkaroon naman ng pananagutan kahit na mataas ang posisyon o malaking tao, sobrang setback ito. Kasi ang mensaheng pinapadala, and I can't speak to yung yung laman ng desisyon. I haven't read it. Although ako pinagbabatayan ko lang, all of them were denied bail at one point which at least demonstrates na nung simula there was a strong evidence of guilt, di ba, as perceived by the court. Kasi sa batas natin, i-deny lang naman ang bail kung capital offense, and then evidence of guilt is strong. So obviously, the fact that bail was denied at the outset for all three senators, si Napoles and yung iba pang mga associates nila dito sa kasong ito, demonstrated na nung simulang yon ang tingin ng korte malakas yung kaso. So hindi ko alam ano nangyari in the last 10 years, di ba? That led to yung acquittal ng halos lahat ng mga principals dito sa bagay na ito. Pero sa totoo lang, kung ako yung, di ba, sumusubaybay lang ako dito, ordinaryong mamamayan, hindi ko naman alam yung mga detalye ng reasoning ng korte. Ang isipin ko, ayan, nakalusot na naman, malaking tao eh. So, and ako, ako personally, ayokong makita ito na ito rin na maging experience natin dito sa ongoing scandal naman natin on flood control. Kasi ito, nagsisimula pa lang, nagsasampa ng mga kaso, madaming mga sinasangkot. It's, di ba, parang nakakapanghina ng loob na ma-realize na baka mamaya, dulo, pagkatapos ng napakahabang panahon sa korte, ito rin ang kahihinatnan yan. Kasi, yan it's exactly yung paulit-ulit na nakakalusot na lang basta merong connection, which actually weakens any trust that people have in not lang in judicial system, pero in government in general.
Okay.
Maybe, Barry, you're familiar with the decisions of the case, but parang may gymnastics ginagawa. Like, remember the kaso ni Bong Revilla or ni Jinggoy? Absuelto siya criminally, pero may civil liability pa rin. Parang they were trying to meet half. Parang may ganung solid. Tapos parang hindi talaga they don't want to make it appear na walang kasalanan, but let's put in civil para hindi lang mapreso. Some of those gymnastics that were happening there